Hey folks, welcome to another vlog with Ryan Voll here, and we're talking about my weekend. So by the time you see this, it will probably be Friday, which means another weekend's coming up. So yeah, I'm about a week behind roughly on my videos, but I kind of like it that way because then it gives me more time to make the videos and be able to tell you what I'm doing. It gives me more time to do some editing. I know my editing's not the greatest yet and such, but I do like it, and it's all stemmed because of all those Egypt videos that I had. They were able to slow down how often I had to put videos out. So anyways, last time I saw you guys was I talked a little bit about up to Thursday, I believe, and so Friday I went out to the first OHL game between playoff game between Kitchener Rangers and Guelph Storm, and it was in Kitchener. I'm a Guelph Storm fan. That game didn't go very well. By the end of the first period, it was 5-0. The overall final score was 7-2. So the game wasn't overly interesting, at least for a Guelph Storm fan. I don't know, if Guelph had that kind of a big lead, I don't think it would be, I'd still call it a very interesting game or entertaining game, because I find games that are closer to an equal score to be more entertaining, because you got both sides trying to fight to win. So when you have a big huge lead of 5-0 at the end of the first, one team feels defeated and the other team has got all the power and everything, and it's just not as entertaining. Yeah, the one team is trying to fight back, but I mean, you could already see going into the second, Guelph Storm's players actually looked defeated. They had 2 more periods to be able to come back, and they looked defeated right as soon as they came out of the dressing room. They did not look like they were in the game anymore, sitting on the bench and everything. The way they were sitting on the bench, it's no longer fun for the players by the looks of it. And as a hockey fan, I did not find the game to be very interesting anymore, because there wasn't a stride out of the players. It was a one-sided game, and yeah, and after that it was 1 goal for each team per period, and so it wasn't an entertaining game in my opinion. Yeah, I like when my team can be up a huge amount and not have to worry, but it's still not an entertaining game. I always find those games where you're fighting to the end to see who wins to be more entertaining, or if a team manages to come back from somewhat of a deficit, like a 5-0 deficit. It's almost impossible to come back. There has been the occasional, but it's still very rare for a team to come back 5-0 to be able to tie it up 5-5 and to win. But when you have a 3-0 deficit, it's more entertaining because than a 5-0 deficit, because 3-0 you still have a potential to come back. When it's 5-0, you pretty much have 0% chance of coming back from that. And so the game wasn't the most entertaining game. Now, you could ask a Kitchener Rangers fan, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, it was an entertaining game, it was a great game, blah blah blah." And I mean, you're going to have fans that say both. For me, when my team is up that much, I don't find it entertaining. I don't, and it doesn't matter if it's my team or a different team winning. It doesn't matter. It's just not entertaining to me anymore. It's entertaining when both teams are like battling it out to who's going to win. Overtime is the most entertaining part of the hockey game, in my opinion, because next goal wins. Only goal wins, basically. So that to me is an entertaining game when you have such a very close score that you don't know who's going to win. That is entertainment because now you got battling. And then on Saturday, I worked on my history course.
Harry, do you realize you just invented the wheel?
I know.
Bronze! Iron!
All was in chaos till Euclid arose and made order.
What is the good life? And how do you lead it?
Who shall rule the state?
The philosopher king.
The aristocrats.
The people!
You mean all the people? What is the nature of the good? What is the nature of justice?
What is happiness?
Hail Caesar! Roman law is now in session.
Allah be praised. I've invented the zero.
What?
Nothing.
What is the shape of the earth? Flat. What happens when you get to the edge? You fall off. Does the earth move? Never.
The earth moves.
The earth is round.
The blood circulates.
There are worlds smaller than ours.
There are worlds larger than ours.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm painting the ceiling. What are you doing?
I'm painting the floor.
Darwin says man is an animal.
Rot. Man is not an animal.
Animal.
Man isn't.
And he's an animal. Shall we start from the beginning?
I'm a bug, I'm a germ, I'm a bug, I'm a... Louis Pasteur. I'm not a bug, I'm not a germ, I'm not a bug.
Think it'll work, Alfred?
Well, let's give it a try.
What do you think?
It worked. All men are created.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit.
Workers of the world.
Government of the people by
The world
people,
must be made
enforced
safe for
the
democracy. To end
A league
all
of
war.
nations.
I see 1/3 of a nation ill-housed, ill...
One world.
this is the book I'm reading, Experience Humanities. Just beginning and very entertaining. It's very interesting to read. Books up because I've had it on a second page for a while, and then also reading a lot of the stuff that's on the computer that are online for my course. And then in the afternoon, I would say afternoon, I think it was around 4 o'clock the movie started, so I went to another movie, and this time it was Paul the Apostle, and it was a really good movie. If you're a Christian, I would highly recommend watching it. It focuses on it surrounds the final days of Paul's life, and Luke, who wrote the Gospel of Luke and the Gospel of the Apostles, he visits Paul in the prison, the Roman prison, each night to write down Paul's story of his life. And so, for those of you that may not know a whole lot about Paul, Paul's original name was Saul, and this movie takes place 30 years after Jesus' death. So anyways, shortly after Jesus had died and resurrected, the Christian faith started to spread, and Saul was a Jew, and he went out and persecuted the Christian people. Anyone that claimed to be a Christian, he killed. And then suddenly he saw Jesus and became blind, and then one of the followers of Jesus, I don't believe it was a disciple, but a follower of Christ, of the Christianity, came to Saul and was able to heal him to be no longer blind and able to see again. And from that day forward, Saul became a Christian follower, and his name was changed to Paul, and he spread Christianity, and he moved to Rome to try to spread Christianity. And at the time, it was the Romans really had a big problem with Christianity, and they were killing them as much as possible. And anyways, the city of Rome caught on fire, and Nero, the Emperor Nero, he blamed Paul and Christians for setting the fire. I don't know who actually set the fire. As far as we know, by written history, it was the Christians that set the fire. But was it actually Nero that set it on fire and accused the Christians? No one knows. I'm not going to fight for either way. I view myself as a Christian, even though I have a lot of opposing views to your typical Christian. I don't believe in creationism. I believe in evolution. I believe in science. I was an atheist for the longest time before I became a Christian for the second time. I was raised in a Christian family, and then I became an atheist. But the entire time I was an atheist, there was always something pulling me, make me feel like there was still something greater. And so I call myself a Christian a bit because there's evidence that Jesus existed. I agree with quite a few of his teachings. As for his miracles, I don't really believe in his miracles. I don't believe in him being able to raise the dead, make a blind person see, a lame person able to walk. Stuff like that I don't believe actually happened. I don't believe in those miracles. And from a lot of my research, I love history as much as I love science. A lot of my research points that Constantine actually had the Gospels that were decided upon to be altered to convince pagans to convert to Christianity in the 4th century. So 300 AD, and such, early 300 AD, and when he ordered 50 Bibles to be created and sent to Constantinople, I believe is where it is, which is now Istanbul, Turkey. And so, yeah, I'm not the biggest believer, but this of a lot of the stuff in the Bible. But then there's other stuff, like if you saw my Sunday rant, I am fully opposed to abortion. I believe life begins at conception. I believe abortion is murder, and a lot of Christians believe that too. So I side on the side with the Christians on where do we question what is life. I believe life starts as a cell, and as soon as a cell is created, life is begun. I don't care if it's a clump of cells or if it's a 50-year-old man. Like, life is life. And some people, there was debate on Sunday on my Facebook, and someone told me, well, life isn't that, that's an undeveloped person. Well, humans aren't fully developed till according to science, is on average, you're not fully developed as a human being until you're 25 years old. So does that mean life doesn't begin until you're 25 years old? Or does life begin as soon as you're a cell? I believe as soon as you're a cell, life begins. To me, that's just murder, and I think it's completely disgusting to have an abortion, and I don't believe my tax money should go towards it. I think we should become a country like most of the South American countries, Ireland, Malta, and make it 100% illegal. It should not be there. PEI used to have it illegal up till 2016. It was illegal to have an abortion in the province of PEI until 2016, when our stupid prime minister forced them to change the law. So yeah, I can't wait till this prime minister is gone, because liberalism, it's an ideology, but it's beginning to come across as a disease in North America, in my opinion. But we're not doing a Sunday rant right now, so. But yeah, if you want to see a good movie, Paul the Apostle is a good movie, especially if you are Christian or you like the religious history. It's a good movie to go see. And then on Sunday, like I said, I had a lot of debate because of my views, and I did a Sunday rant video on gun control versus abortion, which one is the bigger murder, and a lot of people gave me grief about that, and but whatever. In the evening, I went to Kitchener again for game 2 of Kitchener versus Guelph Storm.
Way to pass the puck around, Radcliffe. Got a boy.
It was a lot more entertaining game. Guelph lost again, but this time it was 2-1, the final score. So the game was a lot more entertaining. I believe there was a goal that Guelph made that should have stuck and might have changed the outcome, but they claimed the score interfered with the goaltender from making it possible to catch. I don't agree with it. Even when they did a replay on the big screen, it still did not look like goalie interference when it was zoomed in close. But I'm not the referee, it's not my choice, and I'm going to be a little bit biased because it was against my team. But the game overall was a lot more entertaining because it was after the first it was 1-1, second period it was still 1-1, and then it went into the third period as 1-1, and it was probably around the 10-minute mark that things really got more intense with Kitchener scoring, I think, after the 10-minute mark to get it. Now at the beginning of the third period, that's when the goal that Guelph got and then got taken away from them happened, and it could have changed the whole outcome of the game. Who knows? But it was a lot more entertaining. The next two games are Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, so I'll be going to those as well, and I'm hoping that Guelph wins at least one of those games. I would like them to win both games ideally, but if they can win one game, that gives me another game on Friday that I can buy tickets for to go see them again in Kitchener, and this time be able to take my kids to another game for this season. This time being a playoff game, but still another game, because we only went to one game all season, the children and I. So, and then I've gone to 2 playoff games, so I've only gone to 3 games actually all season. So in these next 2 we'll put it up to 5, and then if Guelph's able to win one to push it to game 5, then there's a chance that I can see 6 games for the season, and then I think of next year I'll probably get season tickets. And yeah, that was most of my week. Oh, Saturday night went to Mohawk racetrack slots with my friend and played a little bit of roulette there. So they have this roulette table it's a regular roulette table. It's an actual ball and spinning table, but instead of a person throwing the ball, it's actually the machine just pushes it out. So it's supposed to be more consistent, but I don't know. The pattern was really hard. At the beginning, there was a pattern there, and and then the pattern just kind of fell apart, and it was unpredictable. And so I only played with $40 for the whole night, and when my $40 was done, I was done, and I didn't pull any more money out. So yeah, it was an entertaining night, a night to get out with my friend, and that's all it was about. And it was interesting, and to play roulette that's automated instead of a human. So that was an interesting thing, and that made it more appealing to go, because I hate slots. I think they are fully rigged, and you have no chance where playing card games like blackjack and roulette, you can make it. It can take some brain power. Like blackjack, you got to decide if you're going to hit or not, and with roulette, you can actually start seeing patterns. It's not chaos. There's patterns in there, and so if you can see the pattern, you can play. I always play the outside. I don't play numbers. So to me, it's a game that is more entertaining and everything. Where slots is eventually someone's going to win, yes, because the machine's got to spit out a winner every so often, but it's a rigged system. You have no choice over it. So yeah, besides that, my weekend was pretty good, and yeah, I had a good time. I think you guys might be wondering why I keep wearing this red sweater. It's actually my Guelph Storm sweater. So right now you're probably going to see me over the next few videos. I might actually be wearing this a lot more often. Doesn't mean I'm not washing it or anything, and I do have a t-shirt underneath it, which gets changed more often. But I'm going to be wearing it a lot more right now while I'm trying to cheer my team to go on. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and to make sure you get notifications, hit the bell beside it, because I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.